Before we go inside the tool, take a quick look at this. The 3D model you're seeing here was created from just a single image. There were no multi-angle references, and no manual modeling was done on it. Now, what matters to me isn't whether it looks good or not. The real question is, if I put this into a real project, is it actually usable or is it just good for a demo? So today, I don't just want to look at it. I want to test it inside a real workflow and see exactly where it works and where it doesn't. I'm using is called Hitem3D, and what I'm testing right now is its latest version, V2.1. This version focuses on higher speed and faster iteration. According to what they claim, generating high-resolution models with 1536 resolution takes about 2 to 3 minutes. This number is very important because if the output is usable, that means a real shift in production speed, not just a nice feature on paper. To start, I'm going with a simple test, an object that has a clear shape but isn't too complex. I import the image, set the model to V2.1, that it's the latest model currently offered by Hitem3D, and start the generation. This is exactly the moment where we need to wait and see how close the result gets to what we expect, and whether this speed is actually useful in real work or not. Alright, the result is ready. The first thing I check is the overall form of the model, whether the proportions are preserved and whether the silhouette still holds. For a single image input, the result is clean, and even in areas that weren't clearly visible in the image, the model has reconstructed them on its own. Now I go a bit deeper and inspect the model without materials to see the actual geometry, edges, surfaces, and connections. It's not perfect, but for a base model, it's completely usable. In this section, I use the fast mode of the tool. There's also another mode called quality mode. The two modes have different focuses and advantages. Fast mode delivers much faster generations, while quality mode prioritizes better quality over speed. Now let's go one step further and test a more complex model, something with more detail and harder for AI to handle. I repeat the same workflow, input the image, and start the generation. This is where it becomes clear that the model doesn't just capture the shape, but also preserves details to a good extent. Some areas still need refinement, but this level of accuracy from a single image input is genuinely impressive and shows that the tool is moving beyond just demo-level results. Now for the most important test, multi-view. I input multiple angles of the same object so the model doesn't have to guess the unseen parts. Here, the information is more complete and expectations are higher. After generation, the output is much more stable. Errors are reduced and consistency is significantly better. This is exactly where you can start looking at it as a usable tool in a real workflow, not just an experimental one. One important point is that Hitem3D doesn't rely on just one model. If stability is more important for you, V1.5 produces cleaner geometry. If texture matters more, V2.0 focuses more on materials. But V2.1 is much higher quality and way more impressive. At this point, I want to test something practical. The model right now is just a flat gray base, so I go into the AI to texture feature and generate materials directly on top of it. Within seconds, it goes from a plain gray model and now to something that actually looks real and usable in a scene. Then I switch to advanced mode and push the detail higher, adjusting the geometry to get a cleaner and more refined result. This gives me more control depending on whether I need speed or higher quality for the final output. On top of that, with edit mode and segmentation, I can isolate different parts of the model and refine them separately, which becomes very useful when certain areas need more attention than others. Now let's move into a real workflow. I export the model in formats like GLB, FBX, or STL for 3D printing. One important point here is that during the free trial, you can both generate and download models, while some other tools require separate credits even for downloads. Then I bring the model into Blender, and this is where the real test begins, whether it's actually usable or not. What's interesting is that Hitem3D also provides a plugin for Blender that can speed up the workflow, and it even offers a plugin for ComfyUI. This means if you're working in more advanced pipelines, you can easily integrate this tool into your system. At this point, we're moving away from a standalone tool and getting closer to something that fits into a real production workflow. If I had to summarize it simply, this tool is not meant to replace professional modeling, but for concepting, prototyping, fast asset creation, product visualization, or even 3D printing, it can be a real shortcut. If you want to try it, I've placed the link in the description and the pinned comment. There's a 30% discount for the annual plan, up to 50% for the monthly plan, and for the first 200 users, they're offering an extra 500 credits. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next ones. Also, let me know in the comments what you think about tools like this. Can they really fit into a real workflow, or are they still just for demos? See you in the next video.